Steve, we've talked a lot about additions, but what are you thinking on Filip Zadina? Can you?
Well, I'll elaborate a little bit on it. Unfortunately, Filip last year he missed a lot of time due to injury. I thought in the 30-ish games that he played, I've seen growth in his game. Prior to the draft, a couple weeks prior to the draft, through his agent, he had asked, if he could potentially go somewhere else, looking for more opportunity, a fresh start. I've tried to do that. I've tried to find a place for him to play. Somebody who's interested in Filip would maybe give him that opportunity. I haven't been able to do that. So in making this, I put him on waivers today. I'm trying to give him an opportunity to go somewhere to an organization if he wants to play more. We'll see if that happens.
Can you just, in the abstract, I mean, this is, Svechnikov at 15, Cholowski at 16, now Zadina, 3 first-round picks. How much harder it is to rebuild when, we all are geniuses drafting in hindsight, but just how it makes it more challenging when these first-round picks don't develop.
Theoretically, or statistically, the higher players are picked, the more likelihood you're going to get an impact player. There's no guarantees. The first pick overall, usually you're getting a pretty good player. Sometimes you're getting a superstar. With each pick, the numbers decrease a little bit. When you get into the late first round, the reality is, and if you all go back and look at the drafts, there's not a lot of certainty to it. So I'm not completely shocked, because it didn't just happen to some of the names you mentioned. It happens all around the league, and that's just the reality of having the draft probably at such an early age. Filip has picked at 6. I don't write his career off by any means. I think, again, I thought he made significant steps. It's been a challenge for him. He's had some injuries, playing in Detroit. I think he's got upside. I think he still can become a valuable player in the NHL. Last year was really cut short or held back. It was due to injury. There's nothing he or I or anybody can do about it. It happened. So, generally guys persevere. I look at Eli Tolvanen last year. We mentioned Seattle. Was having a tough time in Nashville for whatever reason, and gets claimed by Seattle and really took off. Does that happen for Filip if he goes somewhere? Maybe. It could happen here. I would like it to happen here. I still think there's something there as a player. So we'll see where it goes. But answering your specific question, but it's when you have high picks, boy, you miss on them. It can hurt, but it happens a lot more than you'd really think it. And when you go back and look at the drafts, you'd be surprised. Look 5, 6, 7 years later, it's like, boy, whatever happened to that guy? Just, there's a lot of reasons. There's no guarantees to it.
You see that should he clear waivers, he's still part of your future?
Yeah. He's got a contract for 2 more years. Like I say, I personally like Filip. I think there's something there as a hockey player. So if he clears, he's going to come to training camp. He's got to earn a spot on the team, and I think then there's not much more I can do at this stage to help him. He's got to go out and